Okay. Let me switch games for y'all. So while I do that, I'm gonna, yeah, late 94, so you're like about a year younger than my little brother. Yeah, so we're gonna switch to a timeless classic. Let's say I am, what is that? Okay. Alright, so, yeah. I think you all know what game I'm getting at. There's no, and if you don't know, you'll know in a moment when you hear it loading. I don't even know if it counts as a game. It's time. It's time, everybody. It's returned. Oh yes, here we go. Yes, if you know those sounds. Yes, you probably, if you've been with the stream long enough, you know exactly what those sounds are. And yes, here we are. Here we are. Okay, so I've got an hour to kill until the next streamer comes on. So we're gonna do some Storybook Weaver because I haven't done it in a while. I'm actually probably gonna start doing Storybook Weaver Wednesdays on my channel, where I just every Wednesday I do Storybook Weaver streams. And you, the viewers, get to tell me what weird crap to put in. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna do this. So let's see. So let me see. I'm gonna just save this file real quick so that I have it saved. Stories. Let's see. AGI stream. March 2018. Wow. Okay, it's 2018. Oh, geez. Yeah, I turned 29 in like a month. Oh boy. Wow. I'm getting old. Okay, so just like this program, I'm aging. Not so gracefully. Okay, so Storybook Weaver. For those of you who are new and do not know what this program is, this is a 1994 writing program made by the Minnesota Educational Computing Consortium. MEC, as they're probably better known, is the company that made Oregon Trail. And they are, they are gone now. So this is abandonware, so I get to do whatever I want with it, which is wonderful, which means I can give it to people if I feel like it. And the reason that it's become so popular on my streams, aside from the fact that people don't know that it's a thing that still exists, is that I have this clip art in this game. This game has some weird clip art. And one of the figures is under adults and fantasy creatures or whatever. And he is called Doorknob Man. And that is literally his clip art name, Doorknob Man. And this is Doorknob Man. He's an actual doorknob with a head. And, and he's kind of got a reputation on this channel for kind of being like our hero, so to speak. So he's here. So here we go. And returns, like the cat returns the knob, the myth, the legend. Yeah, he's back. He is back. So you can, the other thing, the reason I've been using Storybook Weaver for so long is because I can do text to speech if I hit Control+T, and it has a great voice.
Doorknob Man returns.
So, namely, it's to, I like using Storybook Weaver just to have it say horrible things, and then, because, you know, I'm an adult, and I like to play with text to speech, because, you know, what's the point of growing up? You know, yeah. So there we go. So anyway, Doorknob Man returns. We're gonna just, I can just put him like right here. And then, yeah, now he's here, right? So he's still here. Him. The knob, the myth, the legend. We're gonna put that there. Yeah, he is the hero we didn't know we needed. Because I always forget that he's a thing until, like, I or I would, because I'd go like a few months without using Storybook Weaver, and then I'd pull it back open, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, Doorknob Man. Doorknob Man. Right. And, yeah. So again, although it doesn't want to, like, show this, it has, Storybook Weaver has, like, all sorts of borders and other things that I can just kind of plonk onto things. Is there, like, a good space one? Because Doorknob Man's kind of an alien. Oh, actually, wait, there's one with doors on it. That might be appropriate. I mean, they're like keyholes, but, you know, it'll do for what we're doing. I'll play the triumphant MIDI. There's, this game also comes with awful MIDIs, and you get to put them on your pages, because why not? So we're going to have the nice triumphant MIDI on this page, because Doorknob Man is making his triumphant return to the stream after a few months. So here he is.
Doorknob Man returns.
Him.
The knob, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. So, yeah, Storybook Weaver. Good content. Okay, so anyway, so the main draw of this program, for those of you who are new, is that I get to take these background clip art things, like here, for example, is a farm, and I get to mix and match them, and mix scenes. Like, for example, here's the White House. Why is the White House here? We don't know. I don't know why the White House was an available thing, but it's been there. Doorknob Man was marching for gun control. I mean, if there's a way that we can, like, do this gun control thing without, like, demonizing the mentally ill, I think that would be great, but, you know, there's only so much you can, we gotta, like, try to get people to understand that we're much more likely to be the victims of, these things, instead of... Now, there is actually a protester in here. I just gotta find... Oh yeah, I guess they're considered historical for some reason, I guess, even though people are still protesting things now. Here you go. Here's some protesters. I don't know why they're shrugging, like, I don't know, I don't know, I guess it's bad. It's not like I'm here with a sign or anything, yeah, you know, so, get one of those. So there's our boy, Doorknob Man. He's an alien who doesn't have a mouth. And he has an angry unibrow, and, also he's a doorknob. So, you know, the usual. The woiks. My favorite MIDI. The only one that sounds good through a converter.
Doorknob Man was marching for gun control when he got a message. The stream missed him and needed his help.
Doorknob Man is ready to fight the man. If you've ever tried to drive in Washington, D.C., I'm really sorry for you. I did my undergrad, as I've mentioned probably on the stream before, at Gettysburg College, southern Pennsylvania, you know, well, obviously in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And it's, you know, about an hour and a half out of D.C. So I would go to D.C. a lot and go to the Smithsonian's and things, and I would usually take the metro in. I'd park and take the metro in, because when you drive in Washington, D.C., it's not good. It's just, people don't drive very well there. And this is coming from a New Yorker, so you kind of know how He does gotta have a pose that's just he speak. Yeah, he does. I can actually pull out a podium and I can have him speak if you want. Doorknob man who does not speak. He mimes everything. I think it's in elements. Or maybe it's in furniture. Yeah, no, elements is like doors and crap. And fireplaces. Yeah, it might be in furniture. It's like the desks and things. Is it there? Yeah, there it is. So he can in fact speak at the podium. Here he is. Doorknob man delivering a speech. So here he is. He's delivering a speech with just his hands and his body movement. So yeah, he has to go. Doorknob man has to go.
He mimed to the other protesters that he had to leave and ran to the bridge of his conveniently parked spaceship. How he got parking in DC is a mystery.
I should play that meme over at the It Is a Mystery music with the ghost. My fellow fixtures, yeah. Yeah, Doorknob man can only speak to like maybe he communicates telepathically with like other doorknob men. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I have not done much world building in the Doorknob man universe. But we're gonna be doing Storybook Weaver Wednesdays, and so we can start doing some Doorknob man world building here. So he's coming to find everybody. He's gonna return. Dude. Just screens everywhere. Yeah. He's back and he's happy to be back. We are back. The world rejoiced at last. They would get action they coveted.
Doorknob man made his glorious return to Twitch screens everywhere and the world rejoiced. At last, they would get the hot doorknob action they deserved and coveted.
Yeah, so there we are. He back. So yeah, so I'm thinking, so we're gonna have him do something here. So we gotta do some stuff. So I've got a lot of ideas of things I want to do with Storybook Weaver. Hot doorknob action. Trademark. Yeah, I'm gonna trademark hot doorknob action and make money off that. Yeah, so we're gonna do something here that's a little different because I've got like 50 minutes to fill before the next streamer goes live. So we are gonna have to we're gonna recreate some art today using Storybook Weaver. It's the joy of painting with Doorknob Man. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a painting on my browser over here, and or I can even do it on my phone. I'm thinking something that would be suitably, fucked up for this would be a Hieronymus Bosch painting. So I'm gonna get a Hieronymus Bosch painting up here, and I'm gonna try to recreate it in Storybook Weaver. Let's see, which one should I go? Tondal's Vision looks pretty good. Because it has that weird giant head. Which one is this? Oh, there's too many good ones. I can't. Everything if you've never heard of Hieronymus Bosch, I'll put his name in the chat. Hieronymus Bosch. He is my favorite, like, classical painter, I guess, because he would just make these scenes, and they were just weird. Weird. It doesn't even begin to touch on it. The Garden of Earthly Delights, that one. Let's do that one. Okay. So, yeah, it's got some weird stuff in it. Let's do that. Let's open that up in Chrome, make it big so I can, like, zoom in on it. Yeah, that'll do. So this is I'm gonna post a link to it, in the chat so everyone can see what it looks like, and I'm gonna then recreate it in Storybook Weaver, because, you know, I feel like that's what we need to be doing here. Is just something horrible. So yeah, let me just dump it in the chat real quick. No, yes, I'm live. Go to my own chat, please. Go to my own chat. Thank you. There we go. That's the painting. So that's the painting I'm gonna try to make. It's gonna be a disaster. So let's see. Yeah, it's just very strange, to say the least. So we're gonna do the joy of painting with Doorknob Man now. Or at least do something that kind of looks like that. Joy of painting with Doorknob Man. So we're just gonna try it. Now, the thing that kind of makes this a challenge is Storybook Weaver has a limit. I'm only allowed to do 50 objects per page. And so I am restricted in what I can get away with here. So this is gonna kind of be an experiment, so to speak. And we're gonna see what I can pull together and try to create something that vaguely resembles a Hieronymus Bosch painting. So, painting with Doorknob. So let's see. So the Garden of Earthly Delights is a pretty famous one. So when you look at a Bosch painting, it's basically just a lot of... the best way to describe Bosch paintings is that they kind of look like Renaissance shitposting. There's a million things going on. Weird, like, animals doing things. People everywhere. None of them are wearing clothes, usually. Like in the Garden of Earthly Delights, which I'm looking at right now, there's a person carrying another person inside of a... looks like an oyster shell or a mussel shell, just carrying them around. Another one is there's some kind of like weird flower thing with human bodies coming out the bottom while an owl sits on it. It's just very strict. People's asses popping out of cornucopias. It's just very surreal. You like if you look at Bosch, you would never think it was painted like 400 years ago, but it was. It was, and that's one of the reasons why I love Hieronymus Bosch. It's just very strange. So we're gonna try to create a Bosch type painting using Storybook Weaver. So let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna go get some objects. I don't know if I can do 50 full minutes of this right now, but we're gonna at least try to do a... Okay, so I need to go into structures. Buildings. See if I can put some like pink castles in the back. Is there like a fairy tale type castle? This one will do. Just a couple of them. Okay, I have 47 objects left to work with here. Shrink that one like one notch. There we go. And they have to be pink because the Bosch painting is pink. Yes. Look, beautiful. That looks just like it. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess in the meantime, while I'm working on this, how are all of you? I hope you've been well. I've had a very stressful few weeks here. Going back to, if you remember, one of the last times I streamed Paper Mario before I finished, when I finished the Crystal Palace part, I had just lost my cat, one of my cats, Ryan. He died at the age of 15. Cancer took him. It was rough, and so I've had besides dealing with the aftermath of that, I've had some other things now. One of our dogs is not doing too well, and that's worrying. And then it and so I don't know, like he's got like swollen lymph nodes, and he's only 6 years old. He would be 7 in May, so we don't know if that's lymphoma or if he has lupus or if he has some infection or if he's something else. So there's a lot of things that could be, and the problem with swollen lymph node conditions in dogs is that they're all the same basically. All the symptoms turn out the same, so it could literally be anything. It could like quite literally be anything. So it's just a very Barnaby. Yes, it is Barnaby. Yeah, so we're worried about him. He's on some antibiotics. They seem to help him a little bit. Like we got him on Friday. He's done two rounds of or maybe it was Saturday. I don't know. But he's done 2 rounds of the antibiotics now. I think 3 maybe. He's acting a little more like himself with those. Just obviously a little loopy because he's on the meds, but it's concerning, and it's very hard because he's such a good boy, and so there's that. And then I have a conference that I'm speaking at in May in Springfield, Illinois. I'm going to be speaking at the Targeting Autism in Libraries conference on a panel of autistic self-advocates who are librarians. So I have to prepare for that. Then I'm selling my art at Anime Next in June. I think 2nd weekend in June. And then the 4th weekend in June, I'm going to be at Too Many Games. And AGI will have a table at Too Many Games, which is in Oaks, Pennsylvania, just outside Philly. So if you are interested in meeting us, a few of us will be there. So come on down. Come see me. I will probably have pins of Doorknob Man for you. Yeah, so there's just all of that is piling up on me. And then I also have, like, friends that I worry about who are going through rough times and all of that stuff. And, it's just... there's so much going on, and I'm feeling very emotionally overwhelmed. And it's been a very difficult time. So, if I'm not as funny as I used to be, I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's a comedy thing. We all comedians kind of deal with. I shouldn't say all, but a lot of comedy people deal with like mental health stuff because we notice things and then we realize how awful the world is, and then we just kind of, it's been a bit of a rough go for me lately. Emotionally, I've just been through the ringer, and so I'm kind of. I've just been really overwhelmed with a lot of things. So yeah, we don't know what's going on with a lot of stuff right now. Everything's up in the air, and I'm just really stressed about that. And like not really, I don't know if I'm like, and I always distract myself from my own issues by like jumping into everyone else's, which probably does not help make things any better. So, yeah. I imagine that I'm making I make things worse for myself when I do things like that. But there's 2 of those. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the painting. There's 2 of those. They're like here and here. Yeah, so it's kind of just been really being me lately has been a little hard. I don't talk about my own issues very often, so I'm kind of like, I'm good. How are you? I hope you're good. I guess for people, how am I going to do this people thing? Do we have a... Did I want to grab dinner after Mr. I have to see what my dad is up to, what my parents are up to with dinner, and then I'll let you know. If not, though, you can always come join us for dinner. You're always welcome to come eat here. Yeah, it's just been kind of heavy lately, so I've been trying to kind of distract myself. I've been watching a lot of comedy lately to distract myself. That usually helps me feel a little better because that's my love, one of the great loves of my life. We're gonna use aliens as people. And exalting skeletons to do the exalting poses. Because the aliens aren't wearing any clothes. And I guess I need some birds. And a shell. 3 cats born in your house when you were young. Yeah. 15. Yeah, it's tough. When they get old, it's like really, it's tough. And, you know, and I think what's so hard about, like, you know, I mean, Ryan was a great guy. He was an amazing cat. And that was a few weeks ago. And that, and now having immediately to do this emotional whiplash into the much younger dog, it's like really worrying. So it's very rough to have to deal with all of these things. And like, I mean, I'm hoping that it's minor. I mean, I kind of don't have the best feeling about it because I, you know, tend to fear for the worst right away. And, you know, it's just it's tough. So I don't know what's going on. We're going to probably find out, like, on Tuesday or so how it is. And, you know, we'll go from there. And, yeah. And also Tuesday is Murphy's annual checkup. So I can also ask a lot of questions about the dog while I'm there with the cat. Because Murphy is fine. He just has to have his annual checkup. So that's always a good thing to do. Just, you know, see your GP once a year. Make sure you're doing all right. Murphy will go in. They'll tell me that he's fat and that and that he's otherwise fine. And then they'll all be charmed because he's going to be in a stroller. Because I'm that person. You know, like how people are always like, yeah, there's these weird people and they put like their cats in strollers and they walk them around. I am that person. I am the person who puts their cat in the stroller and then is like, this is my baby. And then people go to look at my baby and the baby goes, Mah! And they're like, oh, that's a nice baby. And I'm like, yeah, he's great. His name's Murph. I am that asshole who puts the cat in the stroller. Yeah. So at least that'll be fun to do, is take Murphy around in the stroller, because that's always enjoyable. I like taking the cats places. That's at least fun for me. So you know, that'll be nice. But you know, it's just, I've had so much going on, and I'm just kind of like, please help. Okay, person inside the shell. I have to shrink that. And it's just, this is a vague attempt at the Garden of Earthly Delights. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm glad you ask about your cat a lot, because it's always good to ask about your babies and just see how they are. When I was in undergrad, I used to leave voicemail messages for my cats all the time. And I'm going to put some music on this page so that you guys don't have to, like, just hear me talking. We'll just do this here. There we go. Save that. So yeah, it's just been a little, and I mean, I think the hardest part is that my brother's in grad school. I mean, he's only over in Brooklyn. He's like not far away, but he and this dog are extremely close, and so it's really tough to watch my brother just like not being okay. That's like the hardest part. Yeah, after I'm done streaming, I'll ask about dinner and I'll see what's going on. So if you want to join me for dinner, you're more than welcome to. Okay, what else do we have to add to this? Oh, right, the owl with, like, the people with the owl. This is a strange painting. There's a lot going on here, and I don't think 50 things of clip art are going to be nearly enough to get all of this in here. Wait, is that a blue... Okay, it's a blue porcupine, but, like... it could be interpreted as a blue hedgehog, which maybe makes this the first piece of weird Sonic fan art ever made. You know, I gotta pull up the painting, because you guys gotta see this. You have to see this painting to believe it. Like, I gotta actually get it. Because, like, this needs to be seen to be believed. I'm, this Garden Delights, Bosch. Okay, so let me just get you a good image of this so you can see what I'm looking at. So you can see, it's a triptych. I'm only doing the middle part. Because the middle part is the easiest part to just... so this is, yeah. Let me just get that up. Okay, so I'm going to just switch over to internet real quick. There we go. So this is Hieronymus Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights. And, right here, you could look at the bottom here. There's a blue hedgehog type creature. I'm gonna try to center it so you can kind of see it. I have my cursor turned off, but there is a blue hedgehog type creature. Yeah, I mean, when I said there was some weird stuff going on in this painting, I was not joking. There's some weird stuff going on in this painting. Like, does anyone know what's happening in this painting? No. Oh, your mom called? Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can, yeah, if you're gonna do dinner with your mom, that's totally cool. I mean, I'll be with my family anyway, so it'll be alright. But you can see this painting has a lot going on. So this is the middle part. So these are the pink castle type things I was trying to depict. You can see there's a fish flying up here. Some guy with a ball and no clothes flying. More fish. There's a griffin, I think. Oh, she just wanted to talk. Okay, if you still want to join us for dinner, that's cool. I think that's a horseshoe crab back there. This looks like two people balancing like a bear or a gorilla on a platform. You can see this is just a very strange image. Here's like a bird head with, on the left there's like a bird head, with a person coming out. You're good, you'll figure something out. Oh, no. I didn't ask my parents what we were doing for dinner yet, so don't worry about it. I'm still good to go. There's ducks, birds, an owl on top of like some kind of weird fruit thing with people's legs coming out. It's just very strange. But and then you can see here is, I think this is supposed to be Adam and Eve over here, on the left side of the triptych here. Because, Garden of Earthly Delights, the whole, you can see there's some animals, there's unicorns included, because unicorns were believed, giant bong-like structure as a centerpiece, yeah, Hieronymus Bosch, I kind of wonder, like, how he came up with these things. There's an owl being used as a flotation device. All sorts of like weird birds. This bird has 3 heads. On the left there. It's the bird with 3 heads on the left side. And then if you go to the third part of the triptych, it's people in I guess hell. I think it's hell. But like there's giant ears on the ground. Some kind of a gourd up here with a flute coming out of it. This statue of a man, that like you can open it up and there's stuff inside. This bird thing is eating a person. This person is like trapped on a harp. And of course, perhaps Bosch's most famous thing is the musical asses. I will get a close up of that because that's a thing that Bosch is actually known for. Hieronymus Bosch, he painted musical notes on on this guy's ass. The actual article, is that an ear shiv? Is that an ear shiv? Yes, I think it's an ear shiv. Everything in this painting is just very strange. Everything in any Bosch painting is really strange. This is just like a really good example of like what Bosch is about. So you can see this guy has musical notes on his ass. Somebody transliterated it, and this is the ass song. So this is the song written on the guy's ass, in the Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch, and somebody transliterated it for kazoo. Because this is the world we live in, and it's pretty great. I love this. I love Bosch. I really have no idea what's going on in Bosch's head, and it's great. Bosch is a treasure. Yeah, here's like this part a little bigger, so you can see the guy's just pointing at it like, hey, there's music here. Yeah, more like shit music, am I right? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's literally what's going on here. Music on this guy's ass, and oh, somebody actually played it. Do you guys want to hear it? Let's listen to Bosch's ass music. Did you know, by the way, that Mozart wrote a song called Lick My Ass? Because he did. Mozart was kind of a weirdo, too. I love him. Okay, so yeah, this is the woman who did it. Because she's awesome. What the heck is that? Okay, here's the Bosch music. Let's hear it. Okay, my mom just got home because the dogs are running around wildly upstairs. This should be good. I'm gonna play this while I'm working on this page. Let me turn it up a little for y'all. I feel like this should be the music on this page. While we listen to the Bosch music. There we go. I gotta get the, he's on the side on the right. I'm so good at German, everyone. We're listening to the Bosch music. This is good. Because I'm sure this is what everyone wants to hear all the time, is the Bosch music. It's weirdly not bad, considering what it is. I'm just gonna crop it out and paint real quick. Okay, there we go, so I can put it on the page here. Okay, there we go, got it. I wonder if somebody did ever tattoo this on their ass. Like, maybe a classical music nerd or something. I like the guy's face, too. He's listening to it, he's like, yay! Hey, check this shit out. This guy's got music on his ass. Check this shit. Yeah! Let's play this jam. This is a real jam right here. Doorknob Man taking us on the... It's, the joy of painting with, it's kind of like the, Have you ever watched, if anyone's ever watched Sister Wendy, she's this, nun, and she goes and she explains art, and she's really good. She does a great job analyzing art. She's awesome. Fantasy, right? Yeah. Doorknob Man taking us on a little tour of the art world. Doorknob Man, but yeah, this is basically Doorknob Man Bob Ross. That's what we're doing. I'm recreating Hieronymus Bosch paintings in Storybook Weaver because I have absolutely no taste or soul. So... yeah, it's been a stream. Yeah, so this is the joy of painting, which I'll put that music back on it, I guess, the MIDI. But yeah, I feel like, there we go, yeah. If I can sample that, maybe, and put it on there. Because, you know, ass music is the best music. What else did I need? Oh, right, an owl. I need an owl. That's what I forgot. Okay. Yeah, I need owls in here. I gotta go get some owls. And then I guess I'll talk a little bit about what I'm actually gonna be doing on, coming up at the conference and stuff, because that's pretty cool, and I'm excited. Where are owls? Owls are animals, yes, and they are in the sky. The Storybook Weaver has owls. I've used them before. What am I doing? Yeah, here we go. Here are some owl flotation devices, because Hieronymus Bosch was, I don't know, kind of a weird genius type person. I love him. I want to know what made him think of these things, because I would like to try whatever he did. I mean, whether it was like drugs or something else, I don't know. I just want to know, and then I want to draw the weirdest shit I've ever drawn in my life. I'd love to do, like, I mean, if I could, I would take, like, if I had the time and the patience, I'd take, like, one of his paintings and then, like, redraw it in, like, an anime style just to be awful. But, you know, I don't really have that kind of time or patience or anything. People. Athletes, maybe? Yeah, I just need someone who looks like they're grabbing something. That'll do. Because, like, they have to use the owls as flotation devices, because that's what's happening in this painting. Like, look at this. Like, if I go to, yeah, look at this. They're using them as flotation devices. Like, over here. Like, they're just grabbing these owls, and they're just using them as flotation devices in the pool. Because that's a normal thing to do with an owl, is you take your owl, you go down to the pool, you jump in the pool, and you've got your owl, and you're floating around. Perfectly normal flotation device. Everybody has an owl for that purpose. And, at least in the Netherlands, that's what happens in the Netherlands. You get your flotation owl, and you go. And you float around. Please don't listen to me. I actually know nothing about the Netherlands. I just know that Bosch was Dutch. I mean, what is this? Wait, what is this? What is this cat with, like, Funko Pop eyes? Does anyone else see this? The cat with Funko Pop eyes? Hang on. I'm gonna isolate it, because, like, this is something else. I gotta get this. Hang on. There's a cat with Funko Pop eyes here, and I am very concerned. And people are riding on it, too. Hang on just a moment here. Yeah, let me just switch the window, because this is the thing that's happening, and I am concerned. I am very concerned about this. Yeah, there you go. There it is. And we're gonna zoom. Yeah, so there's the cat. I just gotta find a way to make this bigger. Hang on. Funko cat. Hang on, I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna isolate it. I'm gonna change it to something else, because I need everyone to see the Funko cat. This is just disturbing as hell. And I gotta go get it. There we go. Yeah, here it is. This is the Funko cat. This was painted like 400 years before Funko made Pops. I'd love to possess the creativity to not know what the fuck I did. Yeah, me too. That would be great. I'd really like, but yeah, here, this is the Funko Pop cat. According to Hieronymus Bosch. It's something. Do you ever just, like, look at something, like an image, and just kind of start questioning your entire existence? Because I'm doing that right now. Yes, you can in fact tell it's a male cat. Yes, this was before we spayed and neutered. So the only things being neutered at this time were humans, and they were doing that while they were children, so they would retain their prepubescent voices and sing in church choirs, and they were called castrati, which I think the name explains exactly what they were. Anyway, back to Storybook Weaver. Anyway, enough of the Funko cat, because I don't want to scare anybody anymore. Then I have to. Yeah, here's the... This is a good page. This is good. How's it read this? What was that? Alright, you tried. You know what, Storybook Weaver? You tried. I'll give you... You did good. You did good. You tried. You did good there. Alright, so yeah, we'll just, return is on twitch.tv/1863 project at 7 Central. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Is every Wednesday I'm gonna do a little Storybook Weaver stream now.
Doorknob Man will return in Storybook Weaver Wednesdays on Twitch TV 1863 project at 8 and 7 Central.
That was the weirdest reading of HTTP I've ever heard, but okay, you did your best, Storybook Weaver. So yeah, so I'm actually going to talk now for a little bit about the conference that I am going to be at. I'm very excited. I'm going to go pull up some information on that. That's going to be in May. Here he is, the best boy, Doorknob Man. I normally use that phrase very ironically, but like best boy is applicable when this is like the undisputed star of your YouTube channel. There we go. He gets a trippy background because he's Doorknob Man. Trippy music to go with. Did I put music on this page? I didn't. There we go. Happy cow music. So that totally applies to what we're looking at. Okay, let me just go to the beginning of this. Real quick. Read. March 2018. There we go.
Doorknob Man returns. Him. The knob, the myth, the legend.
I love the triumphant MIDI because it's very, very dramatic. Good, like very overly dramatic.
Doorknob Man was marching for gun control when he got a message. The stream missed him and needed his help.
March for Doorknob's lives.
He lied to the other protesters that he had to leave and ran to the bridge of his conveniently parked spaceship. How he got parking in DC is a mystery.
Come on, Discord, cooperate with me. There you are.
Doorknob Man made his glorious return to Twitch screens everywhere and the world rejoiced. At last, they would get the hot Doorknob action they deserved and coveted.
Done.
The joy of painting with Doorknob Man.
This isn't even like close to the painting. I'll do a more detailed one like when I'm really like feeling artistic. But yeah, Hieronymus Bosch. Good painter. Better shit poster. I'm a fan.
Ain't famous music.
I'm so glad we all got to have a special moment today where we listened to the ass music together. That was wonderful. Truly cherish that moment forever. It's very important. Here he is.
Doorknob Man will return in Storybook Weaver Wednesdays on Twitch TV 1863 project at 8 and 7 Central.
Twitch.tv. Yeah, so we're gonna do Storybook Weaver Wednesdays, and we're gonna actually, we'll do that. We'll expand on the backstory of Doorknob Man together. Okay.